Smarty, I should say. How did you get into the space of Explant and BII? And, obviously that's, the foundation of us getting introduced. Where did that come from? What was your evolution? I imagine you did implants before you did explants.
Yeah, when I was in med school, I think about a month, and my sister called me and told me she had breast cancer. And of course, I'm now the doctor, even though I'd been in school for like 4 weeks, and just to sort it out. And fortunately, that day the lecture was being given by an oncologist. And afterwards, I asked him, I'm like, hey, my sister called me and said she has breast cancer, and she was in a different city. And he had a colleague there. He said, hey, that's not a problem. I'll call my, colleague and I'll set up an appointment with her. And I flew down and went to that appointment with her. And ultimately, uh, she went through mastectomies, reconstruction, chemotherapy, suffered some cardiac problems from chemotherapy, and lived overall a relatively long period of time. And she recently passed away of a recurrence just in the new year. And I it's one of those things where you talk about trauma a lot, and I had always kind of put that in the back. And people asked me why I went into surgery and why I did so much oncology reconstruction, because that was my career basically. And it was mostly about cancer reconstruction for women with breast cancer. And, I never likened it to that as the sentinel event of why I did all that work and why I was so passionate about that work. But of course, when you think about it, that's a driving force of why I did all that for so many years.